Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Today we are with author Bill Zettler with the Illinois Pension Scam. This is available on championnews.net and Amazon. You have to read this book. You have to give this to your teachers because the teachers are paying their union dues and they just believe that they're going to get their pensions. But Bill, where is the fight? And we were discussing this over the break. Where is the fight really here? What really has to be done? What are solutions?
We have to disconnect the unions from the politicians. Right now, the unions are really running Illinois, especially the teachers' union, because they have the most money of all the unions.
And money's power.
And money is power. And so until you break that
connection... And you determined $135 million last year from the teachers' dues alone.
That is correct. To the
and
Illinois
Madigan
teachers
has got
union.
not only that, but he's got all the trial attorneys with that vast amount of money, because that helps control how much taxes businesses pay for their real estate. That's a big lawyering thing. And Madigan is a very successful attorney from a very successful company that gets a lot of money that goes into political work.
Right.
Plus the teachers. Madigan's, you know, it's wonderful that he cares about the poor people because he's damned rich.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Bill, now let's talk a little bit about the teachers. Do the teachers know that their money's going to political work? And what if they don't have that same political ideology as to where their money is actually going? That's supposed to go for their pensions.
As Jack talked about, the Beck decision says that the teachers can rightfully ask for their 80% of their dues back. Now, the problem is the peer pressure, of course. They go in and ask the union, they're going to have to fill out a form, they're going to have to tell all their friends may be, probably are progressives. So there's a lot of peer pressure. So I don't know what the number is, but it's very, very small, the number of union members that ask for their 80% back.
But they still have to be part of the union, do they not?
Yes, they do.
Because we're not, unlike Wisconsin, we're not a right-to-work state here.
Right. They have to be part of the union, and of course, collective bargaining here is exactly another reason. The collective bargaining that Wisconsin got rid of is the reason we have $200,000 teacher salaries.
Now, explain a little bit of what collective bargaining is.
You got to know where the law is on this thing. The United Work... oh, for goodness sakes, the...
Right to Work?
Yeah, the Right to Work organization, which is a national one, is a result of Senator Dirksen's work here in Illinois, who did a filibuster on paragraph 14B of the Taft-Hartley Act way back in 1965. And they established that the legislature could vote in the fact that you don't have to belong, the working man does not have to join the damned union to hold a job. But in all of the other states, and all 50 at the time, but now 23 states have voted in a right-to-work law where they don't have to belong to a union. It's the worker's choice or not. And in Wisconsin is not a right-to-work law, but you had a clever governor up there with the political power to change the situation up there where he made it possible for the teachers not to have to pay that 80% of the thing. And what's happened in Wisconsin is in the union up there, almost half of the members of the union have quit their stinking union, that rioting bunch in the streets.
And they're losing the money. Now, Bill, let me ask you a question. You may or may not know this. Jack said there's 23 right-to-work states in the United States.
The last one is Indiana, that just went right to work.
What, comparatively speaking, over a national average, what is the unemployment rate between a right-to-work state and a unionized state?
Right. There have been a lot of economic studies that show down the line the right-to-work states have higher income, lower unemployment rates, more people working, and higher tax income because more people working paying taxes.
Okay, wait a second.
It is 100%.
Say it again. Higher income for workers.
Yes.
Lower tax rates for the people. Lower tax rates.
Lower tax rates. lower unemployment.
Lower unemployment, which is huge.
More economic growth as a percentage each year.
So
more income growth as a percentage each year.
So subsequently, the states are getting more money in. People are working, which, my gosh, this Obama economy is killing people from working.
There wouldn't be any automobiles being made hardly in the United States except for Senator Dirksen of Illinois, who was the guy that did the filibuster to give the right to work thing. And it's largely the southern states that had the brains to do it. But these twits, these Democrats that have been running the state of Illinois, that have run us into all this trouble, and they should have listened to that wonderful orator, the Senator Dirksen. But we still aren't a right-to-work state, and the southern states are. But for Senator Dirksen, there wouldn't be hardly any automobiles being built in the United States today. It's only because of our Senator Dirksen, and the other states are getting the business, while we're suffering here in Illinois and getting a lot of unemployment. What a bunch of twits we got in Springfield.
Well, they got to go in Springfield. Bill, we've got about 10 seconds before we go to break. What something real quick that you want to talk about next segment so our listeners could hear?
The actual cost per retired teacher in Illinois is twice as high as Wisconsin's, so we're twice as bad.
We're twice as bad as Wisconsin, and we have a Democratic governor and control of the House and the Senate and the General Assembly.
There might be a connection.
Do you think we're going to change it? We come back after the break.